Our second speaker of the first half, Linda, is here to talk about the heritage of cultural practices in Ethiopia, with a particular focus on the use of herbal medicine. What impact do cultural customs have on our communities, and why is it so important yet hard to preserve cultural knowledge? Well, Linda is here to give us her answer.
What do you see in this picture? A vast expanse of farmland, empty land, with a small patch of trees at its center. These are church forests in Ethiopia, which are considered sacred. This is because the trees are located around the church, and therefore the priests and the communities inside the church did not allow anyone to come and cut the trees, which helped them thrive for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their existence is a testament to the power of traditional knowledge, which is an understanding of nature intertwined with cultural beliefs and practices. But what exactly is traditional knowledge? Well, I searched it and this is what I found. Traditional knowledge involves the accumulation of wisdom from the environment and the passing down of this knowledge through generations. It is the product of thousands of years of experience that is directly shaped by the direct interaction with the environment and nature. And therefore we can say that traditional knowledge actually originates from nature itself. One of the big aspects of traditional knowledge in Ethiopia is the use of herbal medicine, which is what I'm going to talk about today. So, when it comes to me as a child, I grew up with a little interest in herbal medicine. It was always there as part of my daily life, but it never truly captured my curiosity. I remember countless times when my mom gave me herbal remedies when I got sick, but I never truly appreciated them. This is because I never truly saw their significance or why they were important, and also why they were ingrained in my society. And I'm pretty sure that many like me felt the same way. But let's take a step back and broaden our perspective from my personal experience. Herbal medicine has played a pivotal role in Ethiopian history for many years, especially in areas where modern healthcare was really scarce. So, according to many different studies, it has been demonstrated that about 80% of the Ethiopian population relies on herbal medicine. This simply highlights how important herbal medicine is to people's lives. But why? Why do people try to preserve this knowledge? Why is it important to people? And of course, I think that aside from its medicinal benefits and therapeutic use, it is also because of its cultural significance, because it has an element of culture to it that people want to keep and preserve. And one example that I want to give is coffee, which I consider to be Ethiopia's gift to the world. If you ask why, this is because one of the main coffee species, coffee Arabica, which is widely used in different countries, actually originated from Ethiopia, from a local area called Kaffa. So the picture that you see here is from UWCAC, which is one of the main sites for coffee production other than Kaffa. So for centuries, farmers relied on coffee forests instead of plantations to sustain coffee production. This reflects their deep understanding and connection to the land. So they realized that the coffee actually grows underneath the trees, seeking shade, and therefore the trees are quite important for the coffee's growth. So they prohibited anyone from coming and cutting the trees, which is why we have a lot of coffee forests nowadays in Ethiopia. The leaves from the coffee are also used as herbal remedies for various reasons. And most importantly, if you go to any social gathering in Ethiopia, you'll definitely see people drinking coffee. Coffee is such a big part of our culture. It is a way of bringing people together and connecting with one another as a community. In addition to making us addicted to coffee as well. However, this rich tradition of herbal medicine and traditional knowledge started to wane in the late 19th century with the rise of urbanization. So this image is taken from Earth time, which shows the rate of urbanization in different areas. So when we look at Ethiopia, it's mainly concentrated at Addis Ababa, which is the capital. Therefore, people started migrating from rural areas to urban centers seeking better living standards and better opportunities. This caused the degradation of traditional knowledge in various areas, particularly amongst the younger generation. So nowadays in urban areas, there is a noticeable gap in the transmission of traditional knowledge from the older generation to the younger generation, which is further widened by the lack of emphasis on traditional knowledge in the formal education system that we have. Learning about these different challenges actually was a turning point for me, as I wanted to learn more about medicinal plants. I started asking people from my community about the local medicinal plants. I started reading more. The more I learned, the more I got interested. And I was also compelled to change something. I was compelled to change the narrative around traditional knowledge amongst the younger generation. This is when I came across a geoportal that was created by the Ethiopian Biodiversity Institute. So this is a digital platform that contains information about medicinal plants. So the specific area that I picked here, for example, is Bonga, which is found in southwestern Ethiopia and contains a lot of medicinal plants. So the little dots that you see here contain information about a specific medicinal plant. For example, what is the local name of the plant, where is it found, how is it used, when is it used, what is the time of harvest, and many more. And if you ask where does the information come from, it comes from the local community who are actually using the plant. So this is accessible to the general public, so anyone can come and access the information on the website, which means that it serves as an archival mechanism to preserve this knowledge and pass it down to the next generation, which I really found very fascinating. So this work actually became a stepping stone to my own journey as well. So inspired by this geoportal, I collaborated with the Ethiopian Biodiversity Institute to raise awareness about traditional knowledge in schools. So I started with my previous local school in Ethiopia. So we organized workshops, invited researchers to the school, and conducted data collection days where students asked their parents or elders about the medicinal plants in their local area. So when they submit the information, it appears on the geoportal as little dots, so anyone can see it. And this actually sparked conversations between parents and elders and students, which was really valuable. And this journey made me appreciate traditional knowledge even more, and most importantly, the motivation that I saw in students, helping me realize that it's actually not too late to change the narrative. This brings me back to the church forces that we started with. Traditional knowledge is more than a collection of practices. It's a vital connection between society and nature. The cultural significance of medicinal plants and the stories that they carry are as important as their medicinal benefits. Each plant has a story to tell, and perhaps in the stories lie solutions to some of the big global issues that we face today. As you leave this room, I want you to remember these few words from my speech. Do not let this knowledge fade away. It is our responsibility to engage with our communities, seek out this knowledge, and preserve it. If we don't, we risk losing a big piece of our cultural heritage forever. So let's start valuing this knowledge before it's too late. Thank you.